Okay, now inside your Ziploc bag, these are the items that you're going to find. You're going to find your control unit, which has the on-off switch and the adjustable speed control for the fan. You notice it has a warning label on here to verify that your outlet is capable of handling the 10 amp load. You're going to find a water pump with a filter. Make sure that you have the filter on there. That'll keep it from clogging up. It'll have a type of connector on here to connect to the controller. You're going to come across a couple of pieces of Velcro, and we'll explain those shortly. Some type of spoon to actually help pull the bag over the fan. You'll come across 3 brass spray nozzles, and these should be already in the closed position. It's not actually closed. It's actually more of a fan position. If you open these up, it'll turn into a stream, which you don't want to do. The bell that connects to the bottom of the fan, it'll already have the hose connected to it. And if yours is badly curled, what you can do is you can use something like a hair dryer or hot water to soften the vinyl to help straighten it out. And if you have the vent type that has the white hoses, you'll also find 2 L brackets. They have a little nipple on the end to help latch onto a window seal, and a couple of strap connectors or fullbacks. These help you adjust the straps for it. Okay, let's start our assembly. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our brass connectors, and you're just going to slide these straight into the hole. No tools required. There's more than enough friction there to hold them in place. You have to push it a little bit. You'll feel it. One bite into it. Next, we're going to take the water pump, and we're going to take our nylon hose, and we're just going to push it straight on. No clamps or anything like that. This is all low enough pressure it doesn't blow itself apart when it's all connected. Now at this point, you want to go ahead and pull out your fan, turn it upside down, take your bell sprayer, and you want to pull out these little lines that are already connected to the fan. These are fishing line leads. They already have a hook on them, and they're snapped into these little plastic tabs here. Told them the whole idea is they'll be able to just hang underneath here and help give just enough distance for the sprayers to actually spray and help humidify the air. You'll want to keep the bell upside down to help with orientation. Once you've got them in place, you can just take your thumb and just clip them, and now they're locked into place so they don't go anywhere. You see, these are quite strong. If I'm hanging onto the bell and I lift up, you can see it can easily support the fan, and I don't have to worry about it snapping. Okay, so now we're going to go through the assembly instructions, both for the medium-sized bags and for the large bags. The process is exactly the same, so we're just going to assemble the large bag to show you how it goes together. So what you're going to want to do first is actually take your fan, connect your water pipe to it if you haven't already done that, and we're just going to pull off the rubber bands here. We're then going to take it, and we're going to take our wiring, we're going to push it through the inside of the bag, and the blue mat, I'm actually going to pull it around the blue mat on the bottom of it. And you notice there's a little slot right here. I'm just going to kind of push it into that slot, just like so. And next, go ahead and take the whole assembly. And what I'm looking for these guys right here where the poles go. There's 2 of them, 1 on each end. And these are going to match up with the seams of the bag. And the one I'm going to insert first is the one that's going to be opposite of this adjustment knuckle. So that's going to be all the way over on this side of the bag. And I'm going to carefully pull it up. And on this model, for demonstration purposes, we actually turned the hooks white so they're easier to see on the videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of rotate it. And we're going to take the bungee cord and we're actually going to roll it all the way around, including the ones with the fan. And we're going to work our way to the front side of it. Just like so. And go over to the other side. And if it gets tight, it's because the bag's more than likely going up and over the lip. And we're just going to continue to hook this bungee cord all the way around. Okay. Now, when we get closer to the end, it gets a little bit more difficult because this bag is pretty snug on top of the rail underneath. That's what this spoon comes in place, because now I can actually help pull it up and over just using that spoon. And there we go. Kind of slide that spoon kind of up and on top. Then what we can do is take this knuckle, this tensioning, push in on the button, and then pull on the cord and tighten it up. Now, first time that you do this might be a little bit stiff, so you want to go back to the back, kind of pull in all the excess, work its way to the other side, just like so, so that you can pull up all of that excess cord. It should have a knot on the end of it so that it can't accidentally go back through, and then you're trying to feed it back in. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually attach the poles. Now, the poles, all they do is they help support the fan in a horizontal position when it's on your vehicle. So they'll have a cap on here. This will either be these black caps or there'll be a vinyl rollover cap. What you want to do is you want to insert it into the fan hole first. You notice the second end is open, and we did that simply because if you had to push it in and then push it up here, you'd end up pushing the whole fan up and back off of here. We've included these Velcro strips, and what you can do is you can actually take the Velcro strips and you can slide it right behind the little triangle piece, wrap it around, and clip it in place. Now that pole's not going to come off at all. So you have that option as well. So we'll go ahead and attach the other side. So the way that this is set up is, if you notice on your power supply, there's a lip here. That groove is a little bit bigger than 1/4 of an inch, so it'll fit over any window. So you can just lay this right on side of a window, or if you want to lay it on the window frame, if you're doing this inside of a van or something like that, doesn't have a normal car window, you can do that as well. The fan connection is kind of short. We did this on purpose because we didn't want to have a ton of extra cabling just stretching out and trying to rubber band it all together. So these are bullet type connectors. All you're going to do is push the bullet connectors in like so. Then you're going to take the other connector and you're just going to connect it to your pump. Now that you finish assembling your cooler, we're ready to install it into the window. First thing you want to do is you want to roll the window down so you got enough space to go ahead and insert the vent. Underneath the vent, you'll notice that there's a lip here. That is actually to clip over the glass. We're going to go ahead and take the cooler. We're going to slide it into our vent. Just like that. We're going to grab our controller, and you notice on the controller it also has a groove. We're going to take that groove and we're going to rest it as well within the window, so that will sit right on the window edge. Now we're ready to add water. We'll take our water, we'll pour it on top through the blades of the fan. This particular bag, this is the large bag. So this will hold 4 gallons. If you have the short bag, that'll hold about 2 gallons. There is an overflow valve, so when it gets up to this portion, it will actually won't let you add any more water to it. At that point, we're ready to go ahead and plug it in, turn it on, and set our fan speed, turn on our water pump, and we're ready to go.